We got London on the
whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stocks. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off, rules to the basics.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
In the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Jackson now. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the second down and 6. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste risked it and settled for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
19 tight, 18 rattler, 18 rattler.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Let's go.
It's Eckler again. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Jackson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Trap alert.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
70 Ranger. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get in the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And here's Brad Robbins now.
Robbins in punt formation for the Bengals.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Bengals 7.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3.
Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Duvernay in motion. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Duvernay in motion.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right.
And out of bounds right around the 20. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. The defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
No, we changed it.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 15.
From the gun, Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Dobbins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Jackson will keep it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Richardson. He finds his man complete. It's Moss. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a quick throw to Moss. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Past the 20. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Richardson off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! Noah Fant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Let's go. Ready.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Ready.
2nd and 7.
Ready.
On the option, here's Eckler. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Okay, ready.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's going deep for Bateman. That is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they're going to speed things up here. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ready, set.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Go.
Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8.
60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Even though they were stopped before the 1st down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Chase the motion man right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Broncos. 18, Pioneer.
Richardson looking to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Wk2. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. But that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Bengals 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Play action. Now Richardson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Richardson. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And the Bengals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Let's go now.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. That is caught. And he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Eckler, and it's a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Richardson now on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Cincinnati Bengals.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
43-yard line.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Richardson. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Come on, set. Set.
And they take a knee.
On the set. Set, cut.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go.
And they will take a knee here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets.